This is a video to help you better understand Skylert, the new messaging feature for the Sartell-St. Stephen School District. To access your Skylert information, you'll go to the district website and log into your Family Access account. You'll notice here that your login and password will be typed in just as you've logged in to find lots of information about your children and their information. Once you get into the system, you'll notice over here on the sidebar a little link that says Skylert. When you click on that, that's going to open up your information of how you would choose to be contacted further as you continue to learn more about the system. School hours emergencies would include things like a school closing for weather purposes, possibly a power outage, something of that nature. General is going to be basically the emails that have been traditionally sent out by the schools on a consistent basis. Non-school hours emergencies would also include a school closings. So perhaps if we know at 5 a.m. that school would be closed, delayed, that is where those messages would come. Food service will be for low balances or negative balances. And then there's also a survey feature if the district would choose to go out and do a survey to gather some basic information from you. They can do that through phone now as well. We haven't anticipated that we would use it at this time, but it is a wonderful option for us to have as we continue to move forward and want to engage our community. As a parent, I would need to go in and decide then, if there's a school emergency, which phone numbers do I want it to call? Obviously, I would want it to call my home phone number, my work phone number, and possibly if I had a different cell number or a different number to call, I would add it here. Or perhaps grandma and grandpa pick up my child at home. I could add grandma and grandpa's phone number right here, and then grandma and grandpa would also be alerted that they would need to come pick up my child, depending upon the message. You can also add additional emails because emergency information will be emailed, called, and texted out. So if perhaps a daycare or something like that, you would want an email. And then the text messages. You'll notice that this is my cell phone number up here, as well as where I would want to get the text message. You need to enter them twice because of the fact that one time it will call and at the other point it would text the message. General information, we probably won't call out for a lot of general information as we know through surveys that most people prefer the email. So I'm just going to turn these phone calls off and just leave my email on. Again, you can add additional email addresses if you would like them to be sent to multiple areas. And again, I'll leave the text on, but we probably won't be texting out a lot of general information as we ideally want to use this for emergency purposes. Non-school hours emergencies, perhaps I would want to have it call, but it probably wouldn't need to call my work phone number, being that I wouldn't be at work during non-school hours. That would be potentially a 5 a.m. call as soon as we know school is canceled. So depending on where you want phones to ring, or if you would just prefer to get the email message and or a text, you would leave those checked. Food service will be calling out on Tuesdays and Thursdays around 6 o'clock p.m. If you would like a phone call, you can choose those numbers, or an email or a text. If you want all three, you can choose all three. I'm going to select the phone and email and text, so I will get all three. If I just wanted the text and the email, I would unselect the phone. And then the survey is only a phone and email feature. So if you would like to be included in those, you can at any time. Once you get done with choosing your selections, you would go back up to the top and click Save. And this will save all of your settings for Skylert and continue to provide information. At any time, if you would want to update or modify your preferences, you can log back into the system just as you did and be able to switch information and modify it to what your preferences are for communication. Once you're all done, you can log out. It's just that simple. We appreciate you watching this video and hope to gather feedback and find value in this system as we move forward in implementing it.